a tiny quick little overview of what's going on in the market right now. Currently, we're sitting around that 1.7, $1.8 trillion mark. Again, like I said, these next couple few weeks are going to be a lot of consolidation. As you guys can see on Bitcoin, I mean, it's been playing right in between, like I said before, that $45,000 resistance level, and the support level is right around that $34,000 level. It's been playing in between there the past few weeks. So if you see this and you're like, okay, what do I do? Like I talked about last week, I told you guys there was a 2 month span, right? There was a 2 month span between, I think it was middle of May to about middle of July until it actually popped up after it did fall about 50-60%. So we saw that same type of 40-50% retracement on Bitcoin. It's getting to that, I think January 22nd, March 22nd would be technically that 2 month mark where the consolidation phase finally started moving upwards. So middle of March, end of March, you pay attention to those times. If it completes, if it continues to do the cycle that Bitcoin has been doing, we should see middle of March, end of March, the cycle to continue. If it doesn't, it could be weeks later, could be even this week, could be in between, right? Who knows? But all I'm saying is I follow patterns in the sense of, following cycles, because Bitcoin is a cycle, right? And all these markets is a cycle. So you kind of have to understand how the cycles work. Now, prices that I believe that I feel like the cycle could start moving back upwards is if we break that $45,000 level. I'm talking about a clean break. So this level right here, where this resistance level is right around here, once we see price finally break out of that, we're probably going to see it maybe retrace back down and then continue upwards, right? That's my prediction. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just giving you my opinion. I remember when I was calling out here, I was like, look, we want to break the $40,000 level, broke the $40,000 level. I said next is going to be the 50, broke the $50,000 level. And I was 60, broke the $60,000 level. And then we got a high of right around that 69K level. And that was the highest it's ever been. Now, if we look short term, of course, we've moved very bearish, right? We've seen a 40, 50, almost 60% drop, just like the last time, like the beginning of 2021, right? When we dropped back in April in 2021, all the way down to about that 29,000, 29.5 level. All right. So just pay attention. We could see another drop below, but I'll be honest with you guys, I do not seeing it go anywhere below 30,000. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm just giving you guys my opinion on what I see. I see $80,000 before I see below 30. And that's just my opinion. I'm going to stand very firm. I know we have a lot of turmoil with Russia and Ukraine and all that stuff, but just pay attention to what else is going on. There's more good, in my opinion, than there is bad. There's, of course, going to be a bunch of laws coming into play. I did hear Biden was trying to sign a law, or the Congress was trying to sign some type of law that's going to be coming in play very soon. But just understand these laws are probably going to take years, if not about at minimum a year, to actually get passed and actually become a thing. Because like I said before, guys, we're becoming and we're moving into mass adoption. So where there's mass adoption, the Congress, the government, the system has to have their hand in there so they can get their portion, right? They're going to get paid regardless. So how are they going to do that? Taxes, right? Laws, regulations. That's how they're going to get their income from it, because they weren't able to get in Bitcoin back when it was thousands, if not dollars, if not pennies. They weren't able to get in because they thought it was a scam. They thought it didn't work. Now you see big players, billionaires talking about Bitcoin that didn't even like Bitcoin 3-4 years ago, right? So just have the long-term mindset when it comes to cryptocurrency. This is just a start, guys. And I think right now is a great opportunity to start paying attention to cryptocurrency and understanding that it is moving forward with or without you. Okay. With or without you, it's going to move forward. It's a great time to start getting into, cryptocurrencies. I would say if you're beginning, start with your top 10, right? There's a website, coinmarketcap.com. I'm not going to go deep into it, but you can look at all the cryptocurrencies marked at number one all the way down. I think there's over 18,000 cryptocurrencies on this website that you can look into. right? And what I'm paying attention to, and I'll give you guys a little nugget, is I'm paying attention to metaverse cryptos and gaming cryptos, okay? Gaming and metaverse cryptos are going to be very, very large in the next 3 to 5 years, and getting in now, you're going to see crazy gains. And when I say crazy gains, you're going to see 50% in a day, 50% gains in a day, 100% gains in a day, 200% gains in a day. I've seen it myself. I've seen 1,000% gain and 1,500% gains in a week. I've seen it, right? I've seen it happen. I've made money doing it. Now it's just when you see the profits, guys, just be patient. Of course, if you feel right, you see 100 to 300% gains, take your profit. Why not? And then roll them into your long terms like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP, stuff like that. Start learning about this stuff now. Start looking into those different projects that we talk about on this show and on our YouTube. We have tons of content talking about tons of coins. Go check that stuff out. Okay, go check that stuff out because it's very great information. I think knowing about the coins that we look at is very important because, of course, we're invested into them. We're still accumulating more and more coins. But right now, I'm personally sitting on my hands until I see Bitcoin break the $45,000 level. Then I'm going to start looking into getting into my altcoins. And then once I see profits with those, rolling them into my long terms like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP. Okay. So with that being said, guys, as of right now, I'm going to go ahead into our, I guess you would say pricing, right? How to price an NFT, because a lot of people are getting in NFTs now. A lot of people are learning about NFTs. Now the next step, right? What the next step is finding out, right? Finding out how to price and when to price or where to price, how much to put your NFT up for sale. Okay. Now, the first thing you got to know is where to look this stuff up, right? How to look up your ranking, how to, look at the prices of the project and everything like that. First website I'm going to give you guys is cnft.tools. And I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat. And I will also, because this is recording, I am going to have this up in our Discord, and I'm going to have it on our YouTube. So just check the description on the YouTube beneath in the video. Once it's done, once this recording is up and out tomorrow morning. But the first website, right? The first website is cnft.tools. Now, this is where you find all your rarities, right? Now, every single project isn't always on this website. This is for Cardano NFTs. So any Ethereum NFTs, any Solana NFTs, that is not specifically what this is for. This is going to be for your Cardano NFTs. Okay, Cardano NFTs. Now, what I'm going to do, since most of us went for, Nifty World, that's the one I'm going to, kind of show you guys an example. I want to show you guys an NFT that I have and show you guys where I kind of price it. Okay. So on this website, you can look up any project that you have on the Cardano network. I'm talking NFT wise. Okay. So since we're going to look up Nifty World, right? Obviously they're not on here. Let's look up the Mandrels. Okay. That's another project that we called out prior weeks. They have been doing pretty good. I've been seeing some great volume on these guys. They've been in the top 10 for the last volume-wise for the past at least 2 weeks now, ever since they came out. So they're doing pretty good, right? I think long-term, this project is going to be a good one. Now on this, once you look up your project, whatever it might be, you can filter and sort through rarity, pricing, serial number, whatever it might be, right? Now let's just say, I'm going to go to JPEG because that's where you can see all your NFTs. I'm going to go to one of my mandrels. Let's see if I can find one of my mandrels. Where are they at? I think I have it for sale. Okay. 481, right? So when you see your NFT, right, it's going to give you the serial number 481. That does not mean your rank, right? That just means that is the serial number of the NFT that you own. Okay. So what you can do is you can look up your rarity through typing in where it asks for your serial number, right? You can look up your rarity score. Okay. Rarity rank is number 6,334, and that's out of 8,888. So this guy right here, he's not that rare, right? He's not that rare. This is one of the ones I minted. I actually minted and I flipped 3 of them so far. I've made like 408 a profit on these guys so far. So anything I make on these is all profit, right? But this is ranked 6 6,334. And what it'll do is on where the traits are, it'll actually show you percentages of each of the traits or characteristics that your NFT has. Okay. So with that understanding, what I like to do to kind of find the pricing of it is look for my rarest trait, right? So obviously right now on we're just looking at all the percentages, my rarest trait is the warrior's piece. Okay. Is the warrior's piece right here. All right. And obviously I priced them at 65 ADA. But what you can do is you can go and look up that piece, right? Just say, since I can't find it right now, let's just say you're looking at them and you have a shirt, Hoskinson, right? You have a Hoskinson shirt and you click that, right? What I like to do is change where it says sort to price, right? I like to do that, right? Sort, and you want to go price, and you want to find the lowest price for that specific trait, right? If you're going to buy one, right? You're going to find that, okay, there's only 12 out of 8,888 NFTs that have this NFT. I'm not going to lie. This is probably a nice steal right here, because what I would do for flipping purposes, for selling, if I want to buy it and then sell it, I would buy this for 149 ADA and put it up for like 300 ADA, right? I'm going to make 150 ADA profit. Why not? Right? I'm going to take that profit. Why not flip that? Right? That's a good price. And the ranking is not that far, right? You also not only have to pay attention to the prices, right? You don't have to pay attention to the prices, but you also have to pay attention to the ranking numbers. 602 is lesser rare, I guess you could say, is a lesser rarity than rank 558. So this 558 is more rare than my 602. Okay. So as you can see, there's only 5 of them up. If I were to buy this for 150 ADA and put it up for 300 ADA, most likely it's going to get bought. Right. So if you have, let's just say you had rank 602, right? You had rank 602, you bought it, you look at all the prices, you just want to flip it, you could put it at the lowest price. Most likely within a day or two, maybe 3 days tops, it'll probably get bought if the project is a good project, right? You want to make sure that these projects actually have volume, right? You don't want to be buying projects that have no volume, that have no community, right? Like we taught you before, like the typical research that you do behind a project, you want to go check these things, all right? You want to make sure that there's volume, because if there's no volume, there's no demand, right? There's no demand. No one's going to buy an NFT that has no volume unless they just like the picture. And usually that's not very sustainable, right? So with that understanding, that's what you can do, right? You can look up the traits, the rarest traits that they have, and price it like that, right? Or another thing that you can do is go rarity, right? And where you see the price filter, let's just say you're looking to maybe price your NFT at 200 ADA, right? You're going to see what rank you have. And then you're going to see, okay, is someone going to buy a rank 358 that's 200 ADA, or is someone going to buy a rank 518 that's 200 ADA? Obviously, they're going to go for the lowest rank. That's just human psychology. They're going to buy something more rare of the same price than something least rare. Okay, so what you can do is you can go and filter through prices and kind of see the ranks around that price. So if you make sure that your sort is at the rarity, and then you do the price filter, that's where you can see, okay, around this price, this is where my NFT is. So maybe you want to go 100 ADA, right? You'll see that rank 1,069 is at 100 ADA. Someone's going to buy this rank before they buy a rank 1497 and 99 ADA, right? Yes, you can price it around it, but just understand, if you are trying to get something off quicker, you're going to want to put it at its lowest price. So if you have rank, let's just say you have rank 1050, right? And you see that this is at 100 ADA, you put this one up for 100 ADA 1050, most likely that one's going to be bought before the 1069. Okay, so what you can do is you can filter through the prices like that and also put your NFT up like that. But I personally like to go through the traits. I like to look for the most rare trait that my NFT has and then go from there. Okay, the lower the rare, exactly. The lower the rank number is, the more rare it is. Yes, correct. Okay, so those are two ways that you can do that in this and with this site, cnft.tools. Now, there's another website called CNFT Jungle. Basically the same thing, still works the same thing. I like CNFT tools, cnft.tools better, but some projects aren't always on the cnft.tools website. Okay, so sometimes you might have to go to this website, cnftjungle.io. I just dropped it in the chat, and I'll also put it in the description of the video. But sometimes they won't be on CNFT tools like Nifty, right? Nifty World is a project that I went for, right? And it's basically the same type of thing. You can type in your asset ID number. So let's go back to, I just priced one of my Nifties, 3330 is one of my rarest ones. Type in the ID number, same thing like you do over on cnft.tools, right? And as you can see, my rank is 496, right? Question is, okay, Jonah, why did you price that at that price? Now, just remember, rank number 496, okay? I'm going to click on my guy and I'm going to look for my rarest trait, right? I'm going to look for one of my rarest traits. Now, my rarest trait is the stitched button. But another thing that's also very rare that I saw that's pretty rare and also something that people go for, right, is the leprechaun hat, right? So what I did was I looked at the leprechaun hats, right? I'm going to go and you can actually type in the trait. That's what I like about this site is you can type in the trait, right? So let's look up the leprechaun hat. There's only 89 out of the 8,800 NFTs that there are. So it's a very low number, right? Look that up. Make sure you delete your asset number or searching your asset number up here. And then I'm going to filter from low, right? Low price to high price, and then make sure you click on sale. And it's going to show you all the NFTs, right? All the NFTs. Remember, my rank number was 496. So what I did was I looked at all of the leprechaun hats, right? I looked at all the leprechaun hats. I saw that, okay, none of these are anywhere close to my rank. Again, I'm 496. Okay, 496. So what I did was I went through all the ones that are priced like that, and I put it at 455, right? This is the most rare leprechaun hat in the market right now, and it's the lowest ranking number that leprechaun hats have. Okay, so I could technically price my NFT at anything, but again, you want to make it reasonable. I only paid 68 for this. So if I go from 455 to 60, that pays for everything that I paid because I bought 6 of them. 6 times 60 is what? 360 ADA, right? I paid 360 ADA for 6 of them. That's going to make me all my money back plus another 100 ADA on top of that. All right. So that's something you guys can do. When you have an NFT, you can filter through their rarest traits, right? What you can do also, right? Again, on this website, you got to make sure that you clear them whenever you type in a trait and you look up a trait. You can also just make sure you delete or you clear the traits that you look up. You can filter through price. Exactly the same thing, right? Exactly the same thing that I was just showing you over cnft.tools, right? You can look for prices around the range that you're looking for, right? So 200 ADA, right? 200 ADA, and make sure where it says price low to high, you want to make sure you go most rare, right? Rarity score, you want most rare when you're doing the price wise. Okay. As you can see, wow, ranked 72, right? Rank 72 for 200 ADA, right? So maybe my NFT might not go as quick, right? But just understand that I have the most rare leprechaun hat. Some people do both. Some people just focus on price. Some people focus on traits. Now, what I've seen and what's worked for me is going through the trait wise that I just showed you, right? So going through the traits, filtering it through that, pricing it like that, I like to do that, right? So all you got to do is more so just pay attention to your rank, pay attention to the percentages of your traits that you have, go look and filter through your most rare trait and compare all of those that are on sale to your ranking and figure out, okay, if there's a 2000 rank at 100 ADA, right? And my rank is, let's just say 2,500, right? I'm going to price it a little bit below that one, right? Or maybe in between the 2000 mark, and maybe there's a 2700 rank at 90 ADA, right? There's a rank 22,000 at 100 ADA. There's a rank to 2600 at 90 ADA, right? Maybe you just want to go in between. Maybe just go 95, right? Because you got rank 2500, whatever it might be, 2200. Okay, so you guys can filter through and go in between, or if you want to get it off right away, you can go lower than the the lesser rank on there and just get it off like that. Okay, and then what I like to do is when I put up my NFTs for sale, I like to go to JPEG and I like to click on my NFT that's for sale. I like to copy the link and post it in their Discord, right? So if you go to any Discord in whatever NFT project that you're looking at, and you go to, let's just say we're going to the Borgs, right? That most of all projects on Cardano will have a sell or buy or trade type of deal, right? Recently listed. No, it's not that one. Let's see, where is it at? Right, they'll have a selling chat, right? They'll have a sell chat where you can just post your link, type in, market your NFT however you want to, and put it up there. That's how people see these NFTs pop up quick. Of course, people can go through the recently listed, but if someone's doing the work for them, telling them what rank it is, telling them, okay, they have the most rarest trait on the project and you're trying to sell it for a low price, most likely they're going to see that and be like, oh, shoot, rarest trait, boom, I'm going to go buy it. Right? So go in the chats, go in their discords. That's why we say use your discords, utilize your resources so you guys can go, tell the people in the chat that are actually looking to buy these NFTs about that. Okay. And then also, most of the time, a lot of these projects, they're going to have buy chats. I also like to go in those, right? Let me see if I can find something. Let me see if these guys have it. There we go. Buying. Right. Sometimes people will post in the buying chats they're looking to buy, or they have 60 ADA, any DM if you're selling rank below 1,000, right? They're looking to buy rank less than 1,000 for at least 60 ADA. Okay, you'll see people looking for that, prices on sub 100 ranks, right? You'll see people looking to buy certain NFTs at certain ranks. Just pay attention to that. Okay, there's another resource that you guys can use on top of the websites I just showed you, cnft.tools and cnftjungle.io, to kind of find out how to price and what's rare and what's not. You also have your discords, right? Your discords are going to be your best friend. Okay, discords is going to be your best friend. So these are really great aspects to look for, guys. Pay attention to your rank, the percentages of your traits. Find those traits, find out the prices on those traits. Usually if it's a really rare trait, meaning if they have a very small amount of those NFTs, usually the price of those are going to be higher, right? So before you go and price your NFT for the floor, right? Doesn't matter what the floor is, go and look at those traits, right? Go look at those traits. Go find out, okay, what rank do I have? Okay, what rare traits do I have? Okay, let me go look at the traits that they have and see what the prices are, right? And then price it like that. Now, another thing, before I get ahead of myself, CNFT tools, why I like that the best, right? Why I like that the best is because, like I said, you can look up your NFT. Not only can you look up the NFT, you can also look up the sale history on it. It'll show you all the sales that has happened for the NFT and also the trait floors. Right? It shows you the floor of each trait that you have, and you can price that around those prices if you want to, right? Now, of course, that's just showing you the floor. That doesn't mean you have the floor price. That's just showing you the floor prices, okay? So again, you find the most rarest price on your your rarest trait on your NFT. Go look at those traits and price that based upon your rank compared to the ranks already posted up there. Okay, if you want to take it right away, you want to flip it right away, go ahead and price it at the floor. That's up to you. But just make sure that you guys are paying attention to your rank and your percentages of your traits, because that is going to allow you to understand how to price your NFTs. And if you don't, you might lose something rare. I've had a couple people have really low ranks and sell it for a very low price when they could have made another 2, 3, 4, even 500 ADA on top of their NFTs. Now, me, right? That's happened to me. I mean, I got a Pavia plot, I got a Pavia in the state, and I sold it for 6,500 ADA. I'm not mad at all. But if I would have paid attention, if I would have looked at the rarities when they were out, not really rarities, but looked at the prices of all the estates around me, there was nothing below 7,500. Right. So I could have made another maybe 500 to 1,000 ADA on top of what I sold it for. But again, if you're happy with the percentage, or if you're happy with the profits, personally, I'm not happy until at least I have a double up. I'm not going to put it up for sale. That's just me. I'm not putting anything up for sale unless I double up. Right. And usually what I like to do, what's really smart, especially if you guys are going to go for mints, you guys are going to go for projects that you like, mint more than one, right? Have enough ADA to buy more than one, buy 2, 3, maybe even 4, maybe even 5, maybe even 10. Who knows? It just depends on how much money you have to play with. Buy multiples, right? So what you can do is if you have a possibility to maybe get, when you're buying multiples, you have a possibility of getting a rare one, right? You price that rare one for a 3, 4, maybe even 5x on top of the investment that you just put. Everything else is break even. Even if you have on rares after that, cool, go price them for the floor. And again, if you're not happy with the profits, if you're not happy with the pricing, be patient, wait, right? Pay attention to their discords, follow them on their discords, follow their community, follow their Twitter. Usually projects that thrive, that stay around for a long period of time is community based. Right, their community is popping. They're always talking in the Discord. They're always trying to help the devs, the creators, the the people that made the project. They're trying to help them make the project better. Those are projects that are going to thrive better. Okay, usually, again, I'm a big person into the metaverse and gaming cryptos. Same thing with NFTs. Anything that comes out with a game and they've been working on the game. They're not just building a game just to have a game, to BS the whole entire community to make sure that they get their money. You're going to have a good project, right? But if you have any questions or you have any concerns about a project, maybe you're confused about something about their project, you have questions about their game, their metaverse, their utility that they have, go in their Discord and ask those questions, guys. That's what I do all the time. Anytime I see a project, how far along has your metaverse been around? Like, how long have you guys been working on it for? Oh, cool. You've only been working on it for 2 months. Okay. Not bad. You guys have 5 to 7,000 people in your Discord. That's not bad. Right. Also, another thing that I like to do is see that people are communicating in their Discord. If I don't see people communicating in the Discord, I'm leaving their Discord and I'm probably going to sell their NFT. Right. Because sometimes we will have NFTs that we get and they fall in price and they don't do anything. It's okay to sell those NFTs because you guys know how low the mints are for Cardano NFTs. So you might have to sell sometimes in a loss, right? Go look at the rarities, everything that I just showed you guys tonight. Go look at those things and sell it, right? It's okay to take a loss. If they're not doing anything, if it's a dud project, eventually they're just going to go to zero, right? Not all projects are going to make it. Okay. Not all projects are going to make it. So that's why I personally have my long terms and I have flips. I have projects that I flip. I have projects that I hold long term, right? The long terms, I'll be honest with you. I'll give you a couple. Pavia, I don't have one, but I'm going to get another one. Clay Nation, Dead Pixels, Space Buds, maybe Boss Cats. We'll see. They popped off very, very quickly, so they might retrace a little bit for these next couple of weeks or so, maybe next couple of months. I think those will be great long term. I think the biggest metaverse, in my opinion, guys, is going to be Pavia. I don't see any project, I don't see any metaverse on Cardano competing with Pavia, right? So just pay attention. You want to have long terms and short terms. That's cool. Maybe you just want to focus on short terms. Do that. But me, I like to have a diversified portfolio. I like to have flips. I like to have long terms.